So he did the spicy bell, and we're gonna water bath these, so anybody can do this. Super easy. You don't need any, not a cooker, but large pot. I am processing water bathing salsa, so I'm sure you'll see that video. But I'm doing both of these today, so I wanted to touch base on, show you two videos. So we're going to probably use this pot or this pot to water bath, because those will be getting done in about 15 minutes. Anyway, so water bath canning is super easy, especially if you're learning, because it's a great way to preserve your veggies. Like if you wanted to pickle like your cauliflower, onions, cabbage, anything that is really acidic, you can definitely water bath. And it's good for jellies and jams. And we are going to do, like I said, pepper jelly. So he did a variety of, I don't know the names of these, but these are hot bell peppers, of course, jalapenos, and he likes the habanero. So these are really hot. And then of course the cayenne, they have not turned red. I think red means they're more spicy. If anybody knows, let me know. But so all of these come from the garden. Our garden is, not producing a lot, but we are using what we can preserve. So we thought this would be fun. Pepper jelly is, have you ever tried it like on top of cream cheese, like at a holiday party? It's really good. Like, it's addicting. Our friend made it for New Year's, and like everybody couldn't get enough of it. People put it on their bagel. I even heard people make cake, like put it in their batter. So I don't know. I haven't tried it this way, but a lot of people in the South love it, and of course we just wanted to try something different from all of the peppers, so why not? I don't really like how much sugar it is, but again, it's a jelly, but you're not going to use a lot of it. So so here is the recipe. So I think we have maybe over 2 pounds of peppers. You're wanting to do at least 3 to 4 garlic cloves that I already have in here. I still have to chop these up. You're going to do half a teaspoon of salt, and we always use pink Himalayan, so I'm going to go ahead and add that before I forget. And you add 2 cups of the apple cider vinegar. This one actually has a little bit of honey and cayenne in it, so I already had this one open. Why not? So I'm going to add this to the bowl. So 2 cups. And then of course with any jelly you're going to use Sure-Jell. So you're going to add the sugar and Sure-Jell last to the pot. Once you get the jalapeno, your hot peppers in a pot that you're going to be using, and kind of get that up to temperature, then you're going to add that last. Yeah, so that's it. That's basically super easy. I'm going to just chop these up. This, I can't remember if this is the first year he grew habaneros, but I like spice, but let me tell you, that my husband, he likes it super spicy where I can't hardly eat it. Yeah, I can't even talk. That habanero. Yeah, so be careful. Be careful when you're chopping these. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with me chopping and crying. So, another tip that I do after I chop these up, of course you can wear gloves, but I put a bunch of olive oil over my hands before I wash them. That really helps to get this spice out. But I'm going to do this and I'll meet you back. So this is the next step for the hot pepper jelly. So I know I have more than 2 pounds of hot pepper, so I added another cup of apple cider vinegar. But if you had 1 pound, you're gonna add 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, 6 cups of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and some pectin. Oh, and then a little bit of the 3 garlic cloves. And so I brought this to boil. You're gonna add the sugar and the pectin. Or, you know, it's called Sure-Jell. If you ever made jelly, you are familiar with this. This makes it set. And so I'm not really sure if I'm gonna have to use 1 or 2 of these. And another thing, if you ever made jam, hopefully you can see. I'll go ahead and add the sugar in that vinegar, and jalapeno will get up all in your sinuses, so be careful and not inhale it just like I did. Okay, so I need to add, I'm going to add a little bit more sugar too, because I know that mine is a little bit more than a pound. So there you go. Okay, so now you're going to stir. I use a big pot because I know this is not a lot of stuff down in here. And you know what? I might have to add a little bit more. I might have to add another cup of vinegar. But anyway, I'm gonna let this dissolve, and then it might be all right. I think it'll be okay. Anyway, so you're gonna get this to boil. When you add your pectin, you're going to have it to a rolling boil, meaning when when you're stirring, it's still like really boiling over. And then when that happens, you're gonna time it for 1 minute. You're gonna get a spoon, see if it sets. See how runny it is. You want the Sure-Jell or the pectin is going to make it set, so it's not going to be as runny. So that's what the consistency that you want. So always buy more than 1 Sure-Jell, just for the fact that you don't really know if you're going to need more. So I'm going to go ahead and add the pectin. And like they say, a watched pot never boils. So I will bring you back when that happens. All right, guys, this is, and still be careful because you're gonna get a hot pepper facial. But that's why I'm using a big pot like this, because it really expands. So this is what I'm talking about, rolling boil. So I got the timer going for 1 minute, at which point I will see if it's the right consistency of what I need it to be. If not, then I'll add another pack of that pectin and redo the process. And surely, you should only have to use 2. Especially if you're just doing 1 pound. But like I said, I did over 2 pounds, or 2 pounds. So should be coming up here in a few seconds. I'll go ahead and get my spoon. Actually, I'll just use one of these. So I was like 30 seconds. And then I already have my clean jars. These are, of course, jelly jars. And you fill them up and make sure all of the air is out and clean the rims. And then we're going to water bath them. So coming on 10 seconds. I'm thinking, just by the look of it, I'm gonna have to add Do you see how kind of runny it is? So I'm just going to go ahead and do another thing of pectin real quick. And I'll redo the process and I'll come back when I jar them up for you guys. Alright, so it's time to go ahead and jar them up. I like to get a big ladle, and this is going to be super hot, so you definitely want to get a towel. I try to get as much of like the jalapenos in there at the bottom of the jars before I add all the liquid. That way it's kind of even distributed, you know, throughout the jars. So it's set up pretty nice, but and like I said, I had to add another pectin, but I think it's gonna work just fine. And for me, I still like to add, fill to the bottom, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Gonna make sure all of the air bubbles are out. Then I take a vinegar cloth, wipe the rims to make sure there's no sticky residue or they will not seal. We're gonna water bath. So after I get all of this done, I will bring the pot with hot water. You want to have at least an inch above the jars of water, and then you're gonna process for 15 minutes. So let me go ahead and get all of these done, and then I'll show you what the canner, you know, when I get all this, the next step. All right, so I'm gonna have to add a little bit more water. So I got 7 little jars because there's not quite enough water in there. And that's it, guys. That's all you do. Actually, when I was jarring it up, it kind of, it looked like honey. So that's kind of the consistency that you want. So we're just gonna bring this up to a boil, cover it a little bit. You don't want to seal it, but then you're gonna time it for 15 minutes. You're gonna take it out and let it cool off. And there you have your pepper jelly. And I think it would be kind of cute if you gave this as like Christmas gifts or something. It is a sticky kind of mess, but hey, we're gonna try it and see how we like it. But all right, well, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.